Hello guys and welcome back. Today I have a bare face because we are testing out lots of new products. Some were sent to me in PR, some I picked up. I have the new Chantecaille reformulated foundation, very excited about that one. I have the Fara Homidi new bronzer. KJH sent over some of their new products. These are blushes and brushes. That's a tongue twister. NYX sent over some brow products. I also have new lip stains from Violet FR. I do have the new Huda Beauty lip stain liners, but I think I'm gonna do a dedicated video on this one probably right after this video so I can test them out throughout the day and kind of give you my thoughts on that. Anyway, I have lots of new products. Jones Road sent over some stuff, so make sure you subscribe down below, follow me on Instagram and TikTok, and let's get started. I am first gonna prime my skin a little bit just because I'm quite oily and it is so hot here. I'm just using my Danessa Myricks Balm. This is in shade 3 and I think it just helps a little bit with the glow and smoothness of my pores. Now we're ready to move on to the Chantecaille foundation. Now the original formula was one of my favorite foundations. I think it is so beautiful. It's buildable coverage, kind of a gel formula. So I was kind of scared when I saw they reformulated, but from what I read, there's not a huge difference. They just added more skincare ingredients and more shades, and I've tested this out, so I can kind of tell you my thoughts on it a little bit, but I dare say it's even better than the original one. Now, the shade also has a big part to do because I picked up the shade Cream in the new formula and I had the shade Vanilla. And I don't know if you guys can tell, Vanilla was much more almost peachy, where Creme is more kind of yellowy undertone, and I've been quite yellow undertone this year. I don't know if my skin tone changed because I used to be quite neutral, and in the past year or two I'm leaning a lot more warmer. I think this color fits me much better. Now the formula is, I think, a little bit glowier, a little bit more moisturizing. It's still oil-free, but I like this even better. I think it looks more like my skin, more flawless almost. I will swatch them side by side. I don't think I'm going to do a comparison because I'm not sure how much you're going to be able to tell, but this is the original one, the new one, and I'm just going to swatch them side by side so I can tell you kind of how they feel. So the original one, very smooth, that cooling gel formula, and then the new one, I think it's a little bit more wet in the beginning, a little bit more glowy and thinner in texture. I don't know if you can tell. So obviously the color is very different because I picked two different colors. From swatches, you're obviously not going to be able to tell much, but based on the feel of the foundation, I think the new one is thinner. It still has that gel kind of cooling sensation, but it's thinner and more hydrating, which makes sense if it has more skincare ingredients. I love the new one even more than the old one. Now, if you have the old one, do you need the new one? No, but if you have to repurchase it, don't be scared because the new one is even better. Just adding the foundation with my finger. I also wanted to mention that the cap is different. I feel like that's good that they did that because you're going to be able to tell which one's the new version and the old version. So the new one has this C from Chantecaille. The old one is a little bit more flat and it has nothing on it. So overall, they look very similar, but the new formula is just a little bit more rounded and you have that C on the top and kind of feels a little heavier. This foundation overall is not meant to be a full coverage foundation. I think you can make it more of a sheer coverage or build it up. It is one of my favorite foundation, guys. It's so beautiful. I have some bruising from training the other day. I've been doing chokes all week, so yeah, I've got bruises everywhere. I'm gonna take a brush to blend this out. And I think the color fits me so much better than the vanilla. The vanilla, I always felt like it was just a smidge too pink on my skin tone. But even so, I wore that foundation so much. because I loved it. And this one I purchased myself. It is $95, so very expensive, but absolutely gorgeous, guys. Absolutely stunning. In my opinion, this is one that it's worth your money. If you like more of a light medium coverage foundation, if you have more of a normal, dry, even combo skin, if you have extremely oily skin, this may not be for you because it is hydrating, but it's not oily or slippery at all. Oh, it's so beautiful, so skin-like, so healthy looking, yet it still gives me nice coverage and it makes me feel very put together without feeling like I'm wearing anything. This gel formula is so moisturizing, almost cooling on the skin, and it blends in like a dream. Another thing about this foundation that I've noticed is that it is quite, luminous in the beginning, but it does set down. This is not a foundation that will stay wet on your skin, which is great. It's a perfect everyday foundation. Pricey, but really nice. Let me correct under my eyes just a little bit. You guys know I've been struggling with my sleep and a little bit my health, so I've been definitely correcting a lot more lately. I'm just using my Charlotte Tilbury under eye corrector and putting a little bit of my Hourglass concealer. I feel like I need the coverage. And let's try to cover this a little bit. Some of this bruising. I also have so much bruising on my legs. It is absolutely crazy. I don't know if this is normal. If you guys do jiu-jitsu or martial arts or anything like that, do you get bruised this easily? I never thought I was a person that bruises easily, but since starting jiu-jitsu a few years ago, about a year and a half ago, I bruise so fast. Okay, let's talk about these new KJH brushes because they're beautiful. I have here 4. I'm pretty sure that's all they have. And they are great quality and I have been using them a lot. I'm going to use the number 2. I also love this yellow. But this brush is great for so many things. I use it mainly as a concealer brush. It's nicely rounded, it's soft and very easy to work with. I like the shape. This one's a little bit more common shape, but I'll show you the 2 that I think are very unique and interesting. The skin is looking so beautiful right now. It's so smooth. Definitely the concealer helped with my under eyes, but just overall, I love the finish of the foundation and I'm really liking the new reformulation. Again, not a huge difference where it warrants you going and purchasing another one if you already have the old one. But if you're running low or you really want to try the Chantecaille Future Skin Foundation, it is beautiful. I don't even think I mentioned the name of this. It is called the Future Skin Oil-Free Gel Foundation. Just taking a little bit of powder. I'm kind of stuck on my Prairie powder, but the brush is the KJH Brand number 4. It is a great powder brush. I love the point of it, the angle, all of that. So I'm just using this and pressing it gently under my eyes, around my T-zone. Yeah, this is such a good brush for this. It's perfectly dense where it doesn't apply too much, and also the angle is perfect, the softness. It is a great brush. Honestly, I didn't even read what they're supposed to be used for. I'm just using them for what comes naturally to me. If you guys don't know, KJH Brand is created by a very popular makeup artist. She's a celebrity makeup artist, Katie J. Hughes, and everybody probably knows her. She's absolutely incredible. And the way she does makeup is so natural. She doesn't work with a ton of products. She pinpoints a lot, and I love her. She's so inspiring. So she came out with a brand, and she has some of the most beautiful highlighters that I've ever tried. I still use them in my kind of day-to-day makeup, and now she's just building on that with the new blushes and these new brushes. So I'm very excited for that. base is all done. Let's move on to one of the most exciting products in this video, and that is the new Fara Homidi bronzer. Oh my goodness, guys. This is one of the most beautiful bronzers that I have in my collection. It is a very expensive $78 for this. It is refillable though, so next time you're gonna pay, I think, was it $42 for the bronzer inside? It's easy to refill. So this is more of a luminous bronzer without being shimmery. It is a powder, but it feels like a cream. And oh my goodness, the color is stunning. I do want another color, maybe 2 more colors, but I think out of all of them, this is the perfect one for me. That is the color Lumen, and you can see that glow, but you can build it up. So it's a little bit more sheer, and then you can kind of build up the color. It is so creamy, so beautiful, so skin-like. It's one of those bronzers that make you look alive. It is not orange. It is not too pink. It is perfect, guys. It's perfect. So let's put this on. I'm taking a Refer Koyo brush. I think this is discontinued. It was limited edition, but I'm taking some of this, just tapping a little bit, and then slowly building this bronzer so you can see how stunning this is. Oh my goodness. I have to say that out of all the bronzers that I have, and I have many, and I'm talking about powder right now, this is the most seamless bronzer that I own. One that makes me look like I don't have bronzer, but I look bronze. It does not look fake. It looks like healthy and alive. Well worth the money, in my humble opinion. You do get absolutely stunning packaging. And again, if you do finish it, which this is one that I would finish, you can just repurchase the refill. I'm just building this bronzer up slowly, and I am kind of bringing it everywhere. What I would bronze. That is so beautiful. The shade is stunning as well. She does have some more cool tones, maybe a little bit more for contouring on my skin tone, but she also has, the next one up is the one I'm interested in. It's more of a red bronzer. This is more of a warm bronzer, but again, it's not orange. It is so stunning. I think in person is where the magic happens, because it looks so blurring on the skin, yet not flat or matte at all. I was trying to think of a formula that's similar to this one, and all the ones that I use daily, it's nothing like that. It's extra creamy. It's almost like a cream to powder formula. Okay, so that is the shade Lumen, and it is more of a warmer shade. It's not orangey, but it definitely has that warmth in it, and I think it's really beautiful. I love how easy it is to work with, how soft it is and blendable, yet it still has, again, that luminosity to it, but there's no shimmer in it. Like I just look healthy. I do want that next shade up, the one that has some red in it. I think that would work so well for me in the summertime, because I do tan. When I tan, I do have a little bit of that red in me, and I think that would be absolutely stunning. The shade I'm looking at is Roma, a tawny tan with warm undertones. Just looks a little bit more red. And then they have a very light one. It's Bois, a beige tan with cool pink undertones. I think that's going to be too light for me. The description here, it says it's an ultra smooth bronzing powder with cream-like feel, featuring Lumi matte soft suede for a lustrous soft matte finish that melts seamlessly into the complexion. That's exactly what this is. It feels like a cream. It's a very smoothing. It has this like luminosity without being shiny. It's perfection, guys. It really is. Did they just start mowing in front of my house? Yes, they did. Yes, they did. One day I will have a farm and have nobody around to interfere with my video. Like always, I will take a little bit on my eyes. I think it's a perfect eyeshadow. Also, it does have a tiny mirror. The packaging reminds me of the Westman Atelier packaging. It's at the same level, the heaviness. It is easier to open than the Westman Atelier one, a little bit. But yeah, similar to that packaging. One thing that I do want to mention about this bronzer is that it is not a very pigmented bronzer. So if you are into more intense bronzers, a lot of pigment, this is not for you. This is a soft, more natural bronzer, one that kind of melts into your skin. So be aware of that, because if you like a lot of bronzer that you can see it, I think that you would be disappointed in this because it doesn't have enough pigment. But if you are into more of that kind of natural, seamless bronzer, this is it. This is so beautiful. So also has a scent, more of like cocoa scent. It's nice. It's not overpowering, but yeah. This is a great new discovery. Moving on to blushes, and I have so many blushes. I have the new KJH blushes that were sent to me, the new summer, no, this is Glow Recipe blushes. These were also sent to me. Also, Soshi Beauty sent over their new blushes that are absolutely gorgeous. I've tested these out and they are exquisite, so beautiful. And I also have the new Ciel blush in a different color. I may test that one out in a different video because what I'm wearing would not match that. So I think I want to show you the new KJH blushes. I have here two colors, the shade Soft Tomato, and then the other shade is Soft Coral. Now the Soft Coral is probably the one that would work for me best, but let's swatch them. So full honesty here. I don't care if people are sending me things or whatever. I will always tell you the truth. First time I swatched them, I was so taken back because they are matte. They're very matte. And knowing Katie Hughes makeup, she loves a lot of glow. And I was so taken back by the formula because it's almost this kind of a velvety matte shade. It's cream and it's also not super intense. So I was surprised. I did wear this formula twice, I think, and they can be sheared out quite a bit. So I want to put it on again. I am putting the Soft Coral on my cheeks so you can see. It's a very light color. It's a little bit too light for me, but it's a very matte. So that was so surprising. Now, because it is quite matte, it is a very blurring on the skin. Obviously, this color is barely showing up on me. Let me build it up a little bit more. I am just using a Refer number 18 brush. Okay, so the formula is nice, but I'm not blown away. You know what I mean? I loved her highlighter so much that when it came to this, I was a little bit like, it's okay. Let's put it on because it almost feels quite dry. So that's why I'm just surprised. Maybe I should have watched her video about this formula. Is she combining it with something? It's not a bad blush, don't get me wrong. I think it blends in nice. It's quite blurring because of that smoothness and matte finish that it has. But I don't think it's great, okay? I feel bad saying that, but I will always be honest and tell you the truth. Also, this color barely shows up on me, which that's fine. It's my skin tone. I'll try the other one as well. So I'm adding a little bit of the tomato shade, and this one is beautiful. Maybe it's just that lighter shade that doesn't work for me because I had a hard time it showing up. Okay, that is much, much better. I like this shade a lot more. I'm kind of backpedaling on what I said. And I think it's just the lighter shade did not work for me. I felt like it was barely showing up and it wasn't as smooth of an application. But this shade, the tomato, is more pigmented and it's more even on my cheeks. And I actually really like the way it looks. It's still soft. I'm working with it very slowly because I don't want to look like a tomato. I just want a little bit of a blush, and I do think that this works so much better for my skin tone. So yeah, maybe it was just that color. And I also did not try the tomato shade before. I've only played with the soft peach, and I just think it's too light for my skin tone. But the tomato one is nice. I kind of forgot to use the #1 brush. This is a great brush. I actually have it in that teal packaging, and I use that for my highlighter from her, which is absolutely stunning. These are great brushes. I love the brushes. With this, I still stand by the fact that I don't think the formula is so unique, out of this world, crazy. I love the Chanel cream to powder formula a little bit more. I even like the Sochi beauty formula better, which I haven't shown you yet, but I will in a video. These are also that cream to powder. These are nice. Like, I really like the tomato shade, but they're almost a little bit too waxy. But because of that waxy, almost powdery feel to it, it's quite blurring on the cheek. So it definitely blurred my cheeks quite a lot. I bet you could use these on your lips as well. Ooh, yes. I actually really like this on the lips. Yeah, these are very dry to the touch. They're not super emollient and that very creamy formula. If anything, it's more of that kind of waxy formula. Let's put a little bit of a highlighter. I think we need to, because I really want to use this brush. This is a #3 brush from them, and it's so unique. It's almost like a paddle brush. And I think this is going to be perfect to pinpoint highlighter. Honestly, you could even use this to blend in your concealer or even clean around here. I like this. This is my favorite brush out of the ones that she came out with. I think it's so unique. The highlighter I am going to use, it has to be the new Prada highlighters. I'm kind of obsessed with them, and I know they're so expensive, but I love them. I'm going to go with the color Champaign, the lighter one. There's a pink one as well. But I'm taking this, and I will work it into my hand a little bit and then go and softly build this here. Now this is a quite precise brush for highlighter, so make sure you don't add too much. And you can use it for so many different reasons. It doesn't have to be just for highlighter. I'm also taking this in the inner corner right here. This is the smoothest powder highlighter that I think I've ever tried. It's stunning. I don't have anything new for the eyes, so I'm just going to take my Chantecaille single shadow in Sylvie. Put that all over my lid. I haven't worn much eyeshadow lately. It's not that I don't want to. I'm just usually out of time, you know? And there hasn't been many eyeshadows that I've been interested in. Even the new YSL ones, they just look so similar to the old colors that I already have that I don't feel the need to pick up those shades. This is one of my favorite single shadows. It's very simple, very easy to work with, just a little bit of a bronze. Ooh, I actually have the shade bronze as well. Or copper, is it copper? Let's look that up. The shade is copper. I'll just take a little bit of this and put it in the center. So pretty. Reminds me of summer. Under here as well. Just using my fingers for this. Last thing on the eyes, I'm just gonna take my bronzer one more time with a fluffy brush and make sure all of this is blended in. Honestly, a little bit of that tomato shade would work well in my crease, which I'm actually gonna do that. I think these are more like a multi-purpose sticks rather than just blushes. Now that I think about it, you know, you can use them on your lips. Oh yeah, see how well that blended into my blush? I think it makes it more cohesive. Just curling the lashes real quick. And for my mascara, I'm opening up this Jones Road mascara. I've already gone through one and I love this mascara so much. The key with it, from my experience with the last one, is to let it dry a little bit. So when I first take it out of the tube, for me personally, it's a little bit maybe too wet. Let's try it. Because again, I've only had, maybe I had 2 tubes. But it became my favorite mascara ever. Oh, it's actually really good right now. The wand is quite big, so you kind of have to be careful. But yeah, I mean, look at that. I love this mascara so much. I feel like not a lot of people talk about it. And to be honest, it's one of the best mascaras out there. It never smudges on me. It never flakes. It's so good. It builds up so nicely. Honestly, I don't think it's too wet right now. Dang, I forgot how long this mascara makes my lashes. They feel so long, like they're gonna touch my brows. Talking about brows, I completely forgot about them. But NYX sent some brow products. I have some of their glue, some of their pen, and then these micro brow pencil. I'm gonna use this today because I'm not loving the pen. I feel like it's too intense for my brows, just in general, not just the NYX. So should we try the shade Espresso? I need a shade that doesn't have warmth in it. So let's try this one. I also heard great things about their gel. Okay, let's see here in the front. That's when I can tell if the color's right or not. I think when it comes to brow pencils, I don't know. If you get a good color, you don't need to spend a ton of money on them. Unless, you know, you're looking for something very specific. I think the color's fine, just a dot more warm. They do have an ash brown here as well. Maybe I should, that's too late. I'll just finish with this one. And they have a brunette shade as well. This works nice. It's a very nice, small brow pen, and I like it. That was super fast. Let's put some of this gel glue. Oh my gosh, is that gonna make my eyebrows so laminated, or it'll stay all day? I mean, we wanted to stay all day, right? Okay, this mascara, I can't get over it. And I knew there was a reason why I loved it so much last time. Wait, is this black? Oh, I thought it was clear. Oh yeah, this is a black color. I don't want a black color. They also send the shade dark brown. Maybe this will work better. Let's try this shade. I'm gonna start on the outer area here. And then slowly work it up. I love how small the brush is. It's super tiny. Can you see? It's super tiny and sturdy, so it really brushes every single brow. That's nice. I like the color too. I don't think it's too warm at all. It's soft. It's not super pigmented. Okay, I like this. And it feels like it's already setting down. Like these are gonna go nowhere, you know? I like that. I may fluff it up a little bit here with some powder. So if it's too heavy in the front, I let this kind of calm down first, and then I'll just take a little bit of a powder and brush over to smooth it out so it's not so harsh in the front. Okay, next, I like that, or NYX. Can't remember the correct way to say it, and last time I said it wrong, some people in the comments were coming for me. Like, I don't remember. I think it's NYX. There's one more thing here from Jones Road. This is another color of their Balm, and I was just curious of the color because the color looks so pretty. So should I put it as a highlighter? I'm gonna ruin it. I don't know. So you have to kind of break the seal. So what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna take a little bit, take it off my hand, and then go here on top to add a little bit more of a highlight. Not that we need it anymore, but I just wanted to try the Ooh, that's actually beautiful. So I've tried this Miracle Balm from them, and I like it when I use it as a highlighter, or even as a blush. I just don't like it all over the face. I think it's just too much for my skin. But if I'm precise with the product, this actually looks really nice. I'm not mad at it. Ooh, this is a nice color. It is called the Happy Hour color. And it really does have this really beautiful, look at that, highlighty color. And I don't see any glitter. That is actually so beautiful. I love this color. I probably should have put it under the blush first. This combo, actually, I can see that working so well because of the creaminess of this and more of that waxy, more soft matte finish of this one. I think that would work really well. And look at my cheeks. I think this is the first color from the Miracle Balm that I see myself personally using, because it looks so beautiful. I could see this working under foundation as well because it is quite hydrating, but the color is stunning. As a highlighter, it worked really well. I think that brought the whole look together a little bit more. Let's see. Is this getting stuck? Not really. Okay, that's a good sign. Lips, that's all we have left. I have here the Violet FR. It's at France. It's like, is it Violet France? I don't know. These are their lip nectar. It's like a hydrating lip glow and stain. So I have two colors here. I've been testing these out. I love how these feel on the lip. I love them just like a lip hydrating color. This is the lighter one. I can't see the name of it. It's so small, the writing. So I'm gonna look it up on Sephora. Rose de Moab. That is the color. And then I have the deepest shade here as well, which is Dahlia Noir, which is a warm plum. Batiste is their probably most popular one, but I really like this color, the deeper one. I thought that looked so beautiful. I don't love too much pink in my lip stains. So those are the two colors. They're very comfortable on the lips. I'm going to start with the caramel one. And these are supposed to kind of stain your lips a little bit, not too much. Let's start with the lightest one. Now, with this color, I would like a lip liner. But for the sake of the video, I'm not gonna wear anything. That is the shade Rose de Moab, and it is more of a brownie shade, a brownie nude shade. I have worn this quite a bit because I love the way it feels on the lips. It feels very smooth, not quite like a lip oil. It's quite hydrating on the lips, so it makes it very comfortable to wear. And then there's the tiniest bit of stain left over. Now, this stain is not super intense. It's not like it's gonna last you all day long, but you're gonna have a stain there for a little bit. So let me just wipe this so you can kind of see what I'm talking about. See how soft it is? I probably could have left these a little bit longer and they would have more of a stain. But don't expect these to be like the Sachu lip stains or the Huda lip stains. These are a slight wash of color, but the longer you leave it on, the more pigment you're gonna get off of it. But this is such a pretty color. I'm gonna tap this a little bit. And there you go. Again, it's very minimal. Definitely this color is very light. But let's go with the deeper one. I love this color. It is so beautiful. And this will leave more of a stain than the lighter one. The lighter one is just too light to leave a stain, in my opinion. You can build up this shade as well. You can kind of blend it in. That's kind of how I like to wear it. Smudge it a little bit. I do like to put a lip liner. That's just me. That's such a pretty color. And it's comfortable on the lips. These remind me a little bit of the NYX Lip IV. I actually have them right here. Okay, I have them right here. And the NYX are a little bit thicker in texture and a little bit more slippery. These are more controlled, softer, a little bit thinner in texture. So I definitely prefer this formula more, but they're very expensive. So if you're looking for something like these, The NYX IV are similar enough where you could get away with just using those. That is such a beautiful color. You can build up the shade quite a bit. Look. Like, I can make it much more intense. That is with 2 layers of this shade, and you can see that it's quite intense. But I'm gonna leave this for 2 minutes just so the stain can have a little bit of time to stain my lips, and then we're gonna blot it out so you can see kind of how it looks like. But this is definitely my preferred shade out of the 2. I think it's a little bit more interesting, even if you leave it like this, more intense. Okay, I think it's been a couple minutes, so I'm gonna blot this. There you go, that's just blotted, but you can definitely wipe it a little bit more. That's pretty, I like that. A little bit of lip liner. I have here the Fara Homidi liners, which are so beautiful. Let's go actually with Riche or Riche. I don't know how you say it. But I'm just defining my Cupid's bow a little bit. And down here. Anytime I do a stain, I will always go back with a lip liner. It just makes such a big difference because it helps define the line a little bit more. There you go. And that is the Dahlia Noir stain. I love this one. I think it's absolutely beautiful. The undertone is perfect and it's not too much. Now, will this last all day long? I haven't found it to be as long lasting as some of my other stains, but I would say if you eat a normal meal, it will last. It's not like it comes off. It just slowly throughout the day fades. So if I rub this, pretty much nothing comes off except the liner that I just had there. So it is transfer proof, kiss proof, but throughout the day, the potency of it just fades a little bit, which I don't mind as long as there's something left. But that is pretty. And I've tried the more caramelly shade, which is the lightest one they sell, and I never found it to stay throughout the day. It's just too light. I need more pigment than this, but by itself, it is a beautiful kind of lip cream that gives you some color and hydration. I just had to sneeze a couple times and I feel like my eyes are watering, but that's it for today. Those are all the products that I got to test out. I still have so many other products, lots of PR stuff, which I'm so grateful for. I may do another video. Now, a quick recap. The Chantecaille foundation, absolutely beautiful. I love it. Nothing negative except the price to say about that. The new bronzer is my new favorite product that I own. I think it is absolutely gorgeous. 10 out of 10. Surprised about the Jones Road little balm that I like it that much. Definitely just a highlighter, and that's a lot of product for highlighter. I could use this under foundation, almost like a skincare product as well. The KJH blushes, I feel like this was the only less exciting product. I did love the tomato shade. I think it's absolutely beautiful. The formula, it wasn't as impressive as I thought it would be. I made it work, and again, the colors, this color saved it. I will reach for this color again because of that, but I can see if she meant for that to be more of a multi-stick, something that you can use on your lips and you can use on your cheeks and like around the eyes. I can see how the formula would be working very well for that. The brushes are really, really nice. I love this one the most, number 3, and I also think the number 2 is great for concealer and all that. Yeah, it's very nice. So that was a good release in my opinion. The Jones Road mascara is so good. I'm so excited to have it back. It makes my lashes look so long and they usually don't smudge. Is that it? Oh, the NYX brow products. I think they're great. When it comes to brow products, I would save your money and go to the drugstore rather than luxury because they're so similar. If you can find a good color and a good texture, like I love these micro pens or pencils, so you can be very precise on your brows. If I can find a good shade, I will go for drugstore over high-end any day. And then the last are these lip stains. I don't even want to call them lip stains. I think that's a little bit misleading. It's a hydrating balm that can leave a little bit of a stain, because these are not gonna replace my Wonder Skin or my Sachu lip stains or the Huda. These are not as intense. It just leaves you a little bit of a glow, but they're nice. They're nice on the lips. I'm actually gonna put a little bit of this lighter shade on because it feels so nice on the lips. And I think the stain is just a benefit. And that is all, my friends. I hope you guys enjoyed it, that you found this video helpful. Leave me your thoughts down below, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.